The Doomsday trailers are lying to us. Well, maybe not lying, but they're misleading us. Let's dive into it. As I'm sure you know, we have gotten 4 Doomsday trailers: Captain America trailer, Thor trailer, an X-Men trailer, and now the Wakanda trailer. Everything was seemingly normal with these trailers. Nothing sus, no hidden information, nothing like that, until we got to the 4th trailer. In this trailer, we see 2 shots in particular with very strange composition, a lot of empty space, no rule of thirds, etc. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean anything. It could just be, this is how it looks. Not the best compositions, but that's just what it is. Or they're removing stuff from the trailers. Let's get our tinfoil hats on and really get to the bottom of the shit. So let's go back to Infinity War. This is not quite the exact same scenario, but do you remember this shot in the trailer? Okay, now tell me where this is in the movie. No, I'll wait. No, take your time. I'll wait. It's all good. I'll wait. Shockingly enough, it is not in the movie. I know, crazy, right? Is that even legal? But I'd say this is the most egregious example of this. They did the same thing a little bit in Endgame. I think the Scarlett Johansson shooting range scene is not in the movie, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong. Regardless, these are instances of fake scenes. Let's talk about removal from scenes. I like to present this shot, a big shot at the time, Avengers Endgame era. You all remember it. You all were there. Unless you weren't, then I guess I'm just chatting. But this shot, very controversial. You see Nat, Steve, Bruce, blank spot, and then Rhodey. Now, let's focus on this blank spot. Is it digitally altered? Was somebody removed? Was it digital? No, nothing like that. It was just frame blocking to reveal the mystery character. Who is that mystery character? It was Pepper Potts. Hi, Pepper. This couldn't be shown, obviously, because it would only mean that Tony was coming back down. It makes sense why they didn't include this. All that to say, nothing was actually removed from this trailer. The scene in the movie is exactly the same as what was shown in the trailer. With that being said, that does not mean that that is what's happening with Doomsday at all. Of course, it's possible that this is a similar frame blocking situation, but what could they possibly be blocking? Let's imagine they are blocking something. It would have to be something that fits within the frame of Shuri's body. So maybe it's another character, maybe it's Doom, but I don't think that's what it is. More realistically, I think there might be 2 people on each side of Shuri. Maybe not. That's not what's important. But what is important is there is definitely the Fantastic Four ship in front of her. Now, you might be asking, definitely? That sounds very definitive. Yes, it is very definitive. And before I continue, minor spoiler alert as far as leaks with Doomsday. Okay, if you're tapped in, you've seen that there is a picture of the Thing, Falcon, not Sam, but like the new Falcon, US agent, and a foot at the bottom right. Now, you might be wondering, a foot? That's not a character that I know. No, it is a character that you know. It's Shuri. It matches the exact armor that you see her wearing in this trailer. That is Shuri's foot. So we know Shuri gets on a ship. We know the Thing also gets on the ship. We know the Thing is in Wakanda with them. Shuri goes to space with the Thing. Okay, for the first time, let's go to our handy dandy theory board. Or if we've already used it, then ignore that. The video is not edited yet. Before we begin, I just want to lay down some ground rules. I have permission to yap. I will be yapping. It might not make sense. It might be dumb, but I will yap. These are my theories. Does that mean it's a good theory? Yes. Objectively, yes. Everything you're about to hear is good. Nod your head, smile. Okay, let's begin. So, Shuri gets on the ship with the Thing. Falcon is also here. US agent is also here. Okay, so what this could possibly mean, there's a couple options here. Either the Fantastic Four, for whatever reason, are going around recruiting different heroes. Now, do I think this is likely? No, because the Fantastic Four would not necessarily know the heroes to recruit on this planet. With that being said, the Fantastic Four are in Wakanda, or so you think. We only see Ben Grimm. So let's just assume, and this is a major assumption, that the Fantastic Four are actually split up at this point in the movie. Not split up like the band broke up, but split up like they're doing different things. Ben Grimm, for whatever reason, is in Wakanda. Is Ben Grimm alone? Let's say Ben and Johnny are in Wakanda together. That means Sue and Reed are elsewhere. We'll get back to them later. For now, let's focus on Ben and Johnny. Okay, so Ben and Johnny recruiting heroes. Given the post-credit from Thunderbolts, we know that the Fantastic Four ship is first seen by the Thunderbolts. That doesn't necessarily imply that the Fantastic Four are on that ship. I know a lot of people think that Doom is on that ship, but for now, let's just say the Fantastic Four are on that ship. Okay, the Fantastic Four land, they meet the Thunderbolts. We know that US agent is with Ben Grimm on the ship. So let's say the Thunderbolts are their first interaction. The Thunderbolts are the people giving the Fantastic Four the MCU lore, so to speak. Okay, so we now have a team split so to speak, between Fantastic Four and the Thunderbolts going out getting different heroes. Now, as it is right now, this does not make sense, because why would the Fantastic Four and Thunderbolts be looking for heroes? Okay, we need a reason. Now, in Infinity War, what was bringing everyone together is Big Purple Guy wants these stones. We have to stop him. We have to team up. We have to defend. Okay, cool. Now, assuming Doom in Doomsday is a relatively slow burn pertaining to like his reveal as a villain, there's no reason why the heroes would see Doom as a threat initially. There seems to be a lot of evidence pointing to the heroes believing that Doom is a Tony variant, so he's like a chill dude, everything is good, right? So let's actually add Doom to this team on the ship. Doom is in Wakanda during this scene, okay? Let's just imagine. Let's say Doom interacts with the Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four somehow all together. He builds enough merit with the Thunderbolts, I guess more or less Yelena, because she would have the most knowledge on who Iron Man even is, believe that Doom is a good dude. Doom could talk to them about incursions, build up this narrative that they need to do certain things that will save this planet, which inadvertently would be helping him, but they don't know that. Okay, now I think it's important to note that Doom is in the Fantastic Four movie. Technically, he has his missing chair, so Reed knows, or seemingly the Fantastic Four would know who Doom is. However, Doom probably looks different on their planet, so RDJ being Doom actually helps in this scenario, assuming that Doom does not look like RDJ in the Fantastic Four world. Okay, so let's catch up, because that was a lot and I'm actually kind of confused myself. So we have Wakanda trailer. Shuri walking forward. There's an invisible ship in front of her. On that ship is Ben Grimm, assumingly Dr. Doom as well. Shuri gets on that ship. There is a mission to do certain things to stop incursions, quote unquote, which would actually be helping Doom. Reed and Sue are not on this team. They're on another team. We could assume that there's going to be like the Sam Wilson Avengers team. There's also a whole X-Men plot line happening. So obviously other teams, other worlds that we're exploring. Okay, this is just one of those teams. Are we caught up? Okay, we're caught up. Now, to be fair, just assuming Doom is going to be with this team is kind of an ass pull. So let's start asking questions. Can we get a question board production? No, like a question board so we can ask the... Okay, thank you. A lot of people assume that since Doom looks like Tony, he will use that to his advantage to get the heroes to trust him. That's like the leading theory. And while that does make a lot of sense, how does Doom know the lore of 616? Now, honestly, there's a couple ways to go about this, and it's not the hardest thing to do. Let's just assume that Doom can look into the other worlds given his knowledge on incursions and such. Let's assume an incursion happened a while ago in his universe. So he's been prepping for a long time, looking at different dimensions, making his plan, whatever the case is. He's been watching 616, the MCU, like we have. He's a fan. Now, do I think it'll be that? I don't know. Is that satisfying? I don't know. We'll see. Next question. Why is only the Thing in Wakanda? Now, again, in my theory, I added that Johnny is also with them, but I have no reason to believe that. So why is it just Ben with them? Now, it is very possible that whenever the Fantastic Four arrive, they each split up for whatever reason. I don't see that being probable, but it is possible. Let's keep in mind a very important scene. The Fantastic Four after credit. Doom is with Franklin. Does Doom take Franklin? We don't know. Let's assume that he does. So Doom has Franklin. Doom is probably stealing children. You know, Steve has a kid. Thor has a kid. Everyone got kids. Doom is taking the children. Okay, that alone is reason enough for the Fantastic Four to track Doom to wherever he goes. Now, if it is a situation where it's Doom takes Franklin, Doom gets on ship, Doom goes to 616, Fantastic Four follow, then it becomes more of a thing where they're looking specifically for Doom. Why this is a problem is because nobody on 616 knows who Doom is. Now, in that scene, Doom has his mask off, so Sue seemingly will see Doom's face, which is very important because the person that the Fantastic Four are looking for strongly resembles the hero of the 616, causing some sort of conflict, or at the very least, the 616 won't believe what they're saying if what they're saying is the person that stole my son is Tony Stark. Seemingly, he looks like Tony. Like, yeah, you get it. Okay, now again, why this is important is because they get to 616, they meet seemingly the Thunderbolts. Let's just assume because of that Thunderbolts scene. Doom is gone, Franklin is gone, the Fantastic Four are panicking. The Thunderbolts, by the way, that's my family. I love the Thunderbolts. Like, the Thunderbolts is really my gangies. I love the Thunderbolts, okay? So, I'm about to start glazing. I'm gonna get real biased here. It's okay, though. The Thunderbolts, the good people that they are, may be a little reluctant, maybe a little hesitant, but at the end of the day, they want to help the Fantastic Four get their son back. Okay, so what do? The Thunderbolts essentially split up to cover more ground, and they're helping the Fantastic Four find their baby. Okay, makes sense. Now, I like how this sounds, I like how this feels, but I do still have some questions. Why is Falcon on the ship with the Fantastic Four and Shuri? Where are the Avengers? Now, Falcon's inclusion in this scene, and let me say this one more time, I am talking about Falcon, the new Falcon from the Captain America movie. I don't remember his name, but he is the new Falcon. Here's his picture, like, you know who okay, Falcon is with the team. Now, where are the Avengers, right? Where is Sam, Spider-Man? Who else is? The Hulk, Hawkeye, Shang-Chi, Ant-Man. Like, where are these? Where the fuck is Doctor Strange, right? All these characters, we don't know where they are. This is the biggest missing piece for me because I can't really figure it out. The Fantastic Four and the Thunderbolts are looking for Franklin. That makes sense to me. They get help from Shuri, Wakanda, smart people. That makes sense to me. How the fuck did Falcon get on the ship? Why is he here? I don't understand. Where are the Avengers? What are they doing? Now, let's keep in mind, because this is very important, there is a lot of characters in this movie. There's an entire X-Men plot happening. Okay, so we understand that there is an X-Men verse, that the Sentinels are attacking, you know, all of that. Monica Rambeau is there, this, that, and the third. We know all of this. Now, what we don't know is how that plot line intersects with this plot line. I know a lot of people think it'll be a situation where Doom will manipulate the X-Men into thinking the Avengers did something. X-Men versus the Avengers. That does sound compelling. I don't know if that's the case, but let's say that is the case. Why exactly would the X-Men think that the Avengers are some type of threat? Now, here's what I propose. For whatever reason, the Avengers go to the X-Men universe, you know, as a team. I don't think the X-Men go to the Avengers. I think the Avengers go to the X-Men. Why that happens? Could not tell you. Maybe to get Monica, maybe Captain Marvel comes back and says, hey, I haven't seen my bestie in a minute, let's go get, okay, cool. So the Avengers are in the X-Men universe. Now, let's say there's a conflict, let's say there's a fight, whatever the case is, I don't care, that's irrelevant. For whatever reason, they get back to 616. By the time they get back to 616, Doom's plan is already far enough along to where he does not necessarily need to play buddy-buddy with anybody, you know? Again, let's remember, Sue has seen his face. Whether or not they talked to the Thunderbolts about what he looks like specifically, we don't know. Let's assume they actually don't talk about it. It's just, there's this man, he has this green outfit, whatever the case is, we gotta get this guy. Okay, cool. At some point, they are all going to see Doom. Sue, Fantastic Four, whatever the case is, they will be hostile. The Avengers, the rest of them will see and be like, wait, that's Tony Stark. Then this could escalate into a conflict essentially where Fantastic Four are trying to get Doom, kill Doom, whatever the case is. The Avengers saying, wait, that's Tony Stark, or at the very least, they want to know who it is and what's going on, because they're not just gonna immediately believe these new people, and that's a whole other chaotic scene. Every thread points to Doom manipulating different teams to fight each other, ultimately helping his plan. Ultimately, Battleworld will be created through whatever means, but I feel like Doom is doing something. I just can't quite put my finger on it, and I know I just said Battleworld, but I feel like it's something bigger than that he needs all these people distracted for majority of the movie to do. But once we get to this point, like I said, Sam's Avengers with the X-Men, they all come back. So all of these heroes and Doom, same place. By this point, it does not matter if they see Doom. He's far enough along on his plan. Some type of MacGuffin Doom has up his sleeve. He has the kids, he has whatever the case is. Let's keep in mind, Thor's kid love could be powerful. Franklin is obviously powerful. So he wants these kids for something. We just don't know what that something is. Now, like I said, I have full permission to yap, ramble, etc. And I think I fulfilled that. I have to be honest, I don't have a concrete idea of what I think what happened next, given all of this is correct. Because obviously I'm right, you know. I couldn't possibly be wrong. Me? Wrong? Never that. But I just can't pinpoint what will happen next, you know. Obviously, this movie is going to end badly. Let me tell you this now, we have many months to go. Infinity War, how did that end? It ended terribly, you know. We lost real bad. Now, I hate to say it, I think it might be worse this time. I think people might really die, because at the end of Infinity War, it was like, oh no, our heroes, are they dead? Are they? No, you knew they weren't dead, but it was still like tough. This one, I think they might die. I'm gonna be honest, like some people are gonna die at the end of this movie, which is unfortunate. But yeah, before we end this, let's do some small miscellaneous, just some little information tidbits, this, that, and the third. Okay, so like I said, the whole point of all of this is that the trailers are lying to us. The fourth trailer is the most glaring, obviously. The third trailer, whether or not there's stuff hidden, is like cool enough shit to where it's like, I don't think they're hiding anything, honestly. If anything, the Sentinel's feet would have been hidden in the background, right? So I don't think anything is being hidden there, but I could be wrong. The second trailer, the Thor trailer, if anything is hidden, I would assume it has to do with love. She looks a little ill. I think maybe she's more sick than the trailer shows. Maybe some type of doom magic doing something to her, which is why Thor is moving the way that he is in the first place. And the first trailer, I doubt anything is hidden because, like, yeah, I don't like what Doom is going to be behind Steve or something. I don't know. I doubt it. I'd also quickly like to draw attention to this post by the Russos, posted on Instagram the day the Wakanda trailer came out, saying these are not trailers, they are stories. Now, I don't know what that means exactly, but I feel you, right? These are stories. Okay. Now, what do these stories mean? We know the Russos like to not troll, but like they just be doing shit. You know, the in-game ladder spelling thing. Like they love a little Easter egg. They live for it. Okay, cool. All that means to me is that we have to keep looking at these trailers. Look deeper, find hidden shit. There's probably more shit. Maybe not. Maybe there is. Maybe they're just engagement farming. We don't know. Regardless, there is hidden information in these trailers, and I'm gonna get to the bottom of it. With that being said, that is the end of this video. Thanks for listening to me yap. I had fun doing it. If you enjoyed, go ahead and like, go ahead and subscribe, and yeah, let me know what you think is gonna happen in Doomsday, or what you think is hidden in these trailers. I love to hear you guys' theories. I love to read a theory. No theory is too dumb for me. You know, if your theory is, I was trying to make up a dumb theory and I literally couldn't think of one. Nothing is too dumb. Just whatever you think, let me know. I love to read it. And yeah, that's all. Hope you enjoyed. This has been Double Creature. Bye.